The brilliant mind behind The Mandalorian, Jon Favreau, is working on a couple of non-Star Wars related series for Disney Plus. Wait, what's going on here? Jon Favreau's Oswald the Lucky Rabbit Disney Plus series. What? Okay, like who's... this is interesting, okay? Because the last time that Jon walked on the Disney side of life was back in 2019 with the Lion King live action, quote unquote, live action film. And it's like, well, oh, God, okay. Confirmed, okay, despite Disney claiming it is no longer producing long form animated content for streaming. So Disney's not going to do their bread and butter. Instead, they're just going to trot out all of their, purchased IPs as skin suits. Yeah, all right, that's interesting, but this rate, like Oswald, wait, what? Okay, cool. Interesting. Deadline has now confirmed part of a recent rumor. Jon is indeed working on a Disney Plus series based on Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, the animation live-action hybrid project. Oh, Jesus. No, it's legitimately going to be another one of these Lion King situations. Oh, I don't want it. It will be written and produced by Favreau under Walt Disney Studios. While it doesn't confirm the rumored epic Mickey or Kingdom Hearts projects said to be connected to Oswald, it does lend credence to the idea that Disney is giving Favreau more creative freedom within the company, which is also leading to more speculation. You know those recent rumors also that Kathleen Kennedy is going to be stepping away as boss of Lucasfilm in the very near future? I'm wondering if this is proof of concept, if he can go ahead and take this Oswald series, beloved and one of the original Disney characters, and make a profitable or at least a somewhat popular series off of this. I wonder if he'll be given the keys to Lucasfilm. Not like I'm cheering for this. He's definitely of the most prominent choices to replace Kathleen Kennedy. I would think that Favreau's he's the most appealing option, especially over his cowboy hat wearing co-worker and Dave Filoni. Okay, there's only so much Ahsoka to go around. I don't need to have the Lucasfilm logo reworked in order to have her goofy little, head tails on it. Ugh. This development raises major questions, particularly because it comes just days after Disney publicly stated that it was moving away from long-form animation content for streaming. The decision to cancel Tiana, a Princess and the Frog series previously in development. Wait, what? Okay, so if Oswald the Lucky Rabbit was so far afield that it just immediately raised eyebrows, it's like, what the hell is going on over here? A Tiana, the Princess and the Frog series. Who is begging for that? Like, that one makes no sense. Like, if you were going to be making the Frozen series, that's one thing, okay? If you were to actually take what Moana 2 was originally supposed to be, a live-action a long-form streaming series for Disney Plus, if you were to do something like that, that would make sense. Why would you... Who would have thought that was a good thing, okay? What? Because you wanted a Black Princess show for kids? Like, what? Okay, was framed as part of a larger strategic shift. Yet here we are with a major animated project moving forward under Favreau's guidance. That's what I'm kind of thinking. This definitely is a proving ground in some form or fashion for Jon as the next boss of Lucasfilm. As that Park Place previously reported, sources indicated that the shake-up at Disney Animation was not merely about cutting costs, but about eliminating the influence of Jennifer Lee's DEI-era hires. That's interesting because they'll just be rehired because, well, what was all the scuttle about a month or two back? Maybe it was January or February, something like that. But Disney, they shut down their Reimagine Tomorrow website, but you take a look at their statement and it's like, yeah, they're still very much all in on DEI policies. They're just going to call it something different. That's what's happening with all of these studios, by the way. Everybody, Paramount, Warner Brothers, all of them, okay? They're getting rid of DEI and they're just going to replace it with, I don't know, maybe something a little bit more on the nose, DIE. Who knows? The mass layoffs and cancellations that followed seemed aimed at reversing certain internal policies and personnel decisions rather than being purely about budget concerns, which, yeah, okay, cool. Eventually, when it's all said and done, this is all about money. These corporations do want to end up turning a profit, and if all of these stipends, if no more U.S. aid dollars are going to be rolling through in the near future, then yeah, there's going to be some cuts needed to be made, and they know exactly where they're staffing all of these diversity hires. So yeah, it could have a detrimental effects in the short term, but you also take a look at those contracts that a lot of these unions have bargained for, and yeah, for as much as the woke policies are out of favor from the public, they're still very much the cause du jour of the unions. The confirmation of Oswald the Lucky Rabbit only reinforces the theory. Favreau's project is moving forward while Tiana and other initiatives led to the previous leadership are being axed. And this further supports the idea that Disney's internal restructuring is a deliberate course correction rather than just cost cutting. But yes, Favreau's involvement also suggests that he may not be leaving Lucasfilm anytime soon, which, yeah, exactly. So speculation about him running Star Wars and, you know, Indiana Jones and, I don't know, resuscitating all of that stuff could also, yes, end up being down the line if he successfully brings back any sort of prominence to Oswald. Yeah, one of the most important characters in the company's past. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit was one of Walt Disney's earliest creations, predating even Mickey Mouse. Yeah, exactly. Originally developed in 1927, Oswald starred in 27 animated shorts before Universal took control of the character in 1928. But yeah, that could be, like, it's really interesting, right? So he's essentially a blank slate. Okay, where you can tell all of these Mickey Mouse-esque stories, or maybe even weave in all of those old characters. And yeah, it's kind of like Warner Brothers sitting on Looney Tunes, just not doing anything with that. This is an avenue, this is a little corner of Disney animation that is just so far. I don't know, because there was a thing. Does anybody remember? Do you remember Disney Infinity? Okay, when they tried to launch their Skylanders video game equivalent. I'm going way back in the past on this reference, but it's pertinent because, yeah, Disney has all of these IPs, they have all of these memorable characters, and if they didn't want to even deploy it, or they were hesitant because they are, at least, you know, some internal conversations is they're very protective over their Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, all of those type characters. They want to keep them in the background and just see, you know, we'll trot out the Pixar stuff. Okay, you can have all of our more modern stuff, and we'll just, you know, we'll keep the legacy characters in the background, see if you can prove it, and then, yeah, then we'll roll them out afterwards. But Disney Infinity was a massive flop. But if Disney can return to its bread and butter on its failing streaming service, and if Jon Favreau can do anything with Oswald the Rabbit, that's a very interesting turn of events. And yeah, then you can start to work in Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Minnie Mouse, all of that stuff, because even still, it's not just with boomers, but this is with everybody. Like, those are Disney's still. That is their most popular iconography. So if they can make that work, that'll end up launching several other big projects, which is something that we kind of glossed over here, but I don't think really has gotten enough attention. Jon Favreau rumored to bring a Kingdom Hearts series to Disney Plus. Listen, bro, okay, like, I'm a big fan of Kingdom Hearts, okay, like Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, all of that stuff, and I was there when the franchise first kicked off. You know, I borrowed my buddy's Game Boy Advance to play Chain of Memories. Kingdom Hearts 2 was something that I was calling Future Shop every single day because I knew the release date. It took them a minute in order for them to get a copy, and it's still surreal to think the fact that I have a first run Kingdom Hearts 2, because it's just one of those things. It's just never really computed in my mind. Love that game. Love the series. Had my heart broken by 3 because it was just it wasn't very good. It wasn't very good, mostly because they didn't have the integration with the Final Fantasy characters, but that's another problem here. But yes, Kingdom Hearts it's very complex. It's very silly. Tetsuya Nomura at his absolute most insane, and if Jon Favreau can't even handle Star Wars, he can't handle Kingdom Hearts, because this shit is funky, man. We don't even need to get into Keyblades, okay? And all of those are different, by the way. And as somebody who has played a fair few of those games, a lot of the mobiles, a lot of the spin-offs, like the fact that this is a series that has been on the PlayStation 2, the Game Boy Advance, Game Boy DS, PSP. I don't think there was a Vita. I think it might have skipped the PS3. I know that there were a few collections on that, and then also on the PS4. Like, it has been on multiple different platforms, multiple different genres, card battling, traditional action RPGs, and that's not even to mention the story and how absolutely nonsensical it gets with Heartless and Nobodies and Organization 13. And wherever the hell the Nomura's going with Kingdom Hearts 4 that has been announced that we know very shocking little about, which maybe we'll get some clarification on over Summer Games Fest or, you know, one of these game festivals this year. I would have to think that that's got to be coming to the forefront, especially with Final Fantasy Part 3, with its scenario being done and dusted from Nomura. But I'm getting off on a different tangent right here, because Kingdom Hearts, it's a series that I really want to love a lot more than I do. It's just, I'm very, very, very skeptical because the storytelling element of it is it's been so borked. dating back decades. So if you're going to be handing this off to somebody who is just incapable of telling such a simple story like The Mandalorian, and you're giving it to Jon Favreau, bro, what are we doing? But yeah, as it ties in, and Mickey Mouse plays a very, very important part to that story, the Kingdom Hearts story, if he's going to be doing Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, tying in all of those legacy Disney characters, is Kingdom Hearts going to be the crossover on this one? And what the hell, man? Like, I don't know, man. My theory crafting side of my brain just really starts to run wild on this. A Kingdom Hearts series might be coming to Disney Plus, according to a recent online rumor. I never thought I would be talking about this. This shit is wild. A recent claim from Scooper, My Time to Shine, Hello, has set the internet ablaze, suggesting that Jon Favreau, best known for his work on Iron Man 2, leaving the industry and then coming back for, Lion King and The Mandalorian, has been tapped to build a shared Disney universe, starting with a big-budget Oswald the Lucky Rabbit hybrid animation live-action series from Disney+. From there, the rumor states that Epic Mickey, Kingdom Hearts, and even Favreau's long-in-production film Magic Kingdom could be in development. What? Like Epic Mickey, that's another... I never got a chance to play those games. It's like I had a Wii. I could have played Epic Mickey 1 and 2. I think 2 actually came to the PS3 or something like that. That had Warren Spector on it. Like that was I know that people really like that game. I think it got remastered here recently, but anyways. Well, nothing is officially confirmed. Yeah, because this is so wild, man. Like, unless you know, this just totally seems like, okay, they want to make a video game adaptation, but if you're going to be making a video game adaptation, you could make, like, there are easier stories to adapt, like BioShock is so much easier. Like, BioShock Infinite would be more, would be more straightforward to adapt than Kingdom Hearts. Like, okay, but... it's Disney. They're just going to bastardize it anyways. Nothing official has been confirmed. The mere mention of Kingdom Hearts series has fans speculating about the live-action animated or high-budget streaming adaptation could look like. The Kingdom Hearts franchise, a collaboration between Disney and Square Enix. And Square Enix, less so. That's why 3 sucked so bad, because he didn't have any of the Final Fantasy characters. There's a long-running action RPG series, yes, that brings together classic Disney characters in the world of Square Enix's Final Fantasy universe. Yeah, sort of, kind of. It's complex. I would need to do an entirely different video and several other people. There's one really good video of why Kingdom Hearts 3 sucks, and it's like 5 hours long. Shout out to that guy. 3 or 5 hours long. I watched it. It was fantastic. I forget, man. It was a very small channel, but that video had like 3, 4, 5 million views. It's really great. I highly recommend it. It's a deeply interconnected storyline, numerous characters, and complex lore. Kingdom Hearts would be one of Disney's most ambitious adaptations if the report holds any truth, which, yeah, it's a rumor at this point in time, and part of me, oh man, for as much as I know, man, it's like people that constantly give hope to the MCU. I like that character, and now they're finally getting their time to shine, and it's like, oh no, why does it all suck? This is exactly what's happening to me on this case, okay, as somebody who has been with Kingdom Hearts since the series launched back in 2001. Is that when that came out? I played them. I played through 1 a bunch of different times. 2 is my favorite, far and away. It's got the drive forms. It's got all the summons. Oh, it's so great. I really do love it. But just thinking about what Disney could... if this was in a vacuum and Disney and Jon Favreau, the guy who did Iron Man, is somebody who made a great film like that without even having a completed script, yeah, he could definitely tackle Kingdom Hearts. But... he's also done Mandalorian seasons 1, 2, 3, and he's about to do that abysmal movie. So if he could just go ahead and not do this, that would be great. But if you're going to, boy, I wouldn't even know where to begin. You'd have to tell the story from the start, but even that, you should just stick with Oswald the Lucky Rabbit, bro. You're better off that way. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.